Hello, hello, welcome back. So, I've been feeling a desire to talk about a specific character again. And, there's been some couple of things going on recently that have made me especially want to go back to talk about this character. And, I want to talk about specific characters, but I don't want to, go ahead too far. So, I feel like, going back to one is a good idea. So, we'll go to a character that I really love, and it's Leonidas. So, as you saw in the first tier list video, Leonidas is probably one of my favorite characters in Lawl, and he's in obviously in Lawl Original. He was number 4, I believe. I think he was number 4. So he was the fourth Lawl character ever made. Um, and I specifically said in that video that I love Leonidas, but he is terrible. And I want to take some time until I talk about Leonidas because I think he's fun to talk about. So, what makes Leonidas so bad? Well, let's talk about why Leonidas is so cool for one thing. I've kind of already mentioned it before, but one of the things I like about Leonidas is that even though he's a YouTube poop-ish character, he's kind of different in how he functions compared to a lot of other characters. A lot of his attacks are very normal. It's only his final smash, which is the meme that everyone knows him for, but that kind of makes sense. And other than that, you would think like, okay, yeah, he's a spear guy. He's also got a sword. He's got some defensive moves. You'd think he'd be pretty good. And honestly, like maybe I even understated like how bad he is. He's like okay. As of right now, the last the Law Community Con does their own like tier list and stuff, and we hadn't ranked the last two new characters Chin did, but before that, Leonidas was number I think 24 out of the 36 characters at the time. He was bordering on like a bad character. He's like middle of the road. He's just like he's not terrible, but like you definitely could do a lot better, and all of his matchups are like terrible. I think he goes positive against like two characters, and one of them is Frollo before the LoL game, so that doesn't really count anymore. So, but why is I think I've kind of I always say that it kind of sucks that he's so bad, but what I kind of think that it's good that he's bad. I think it's weirdly fitting for him. You know, I think I'm gonna like go to one of his. Let's go to his like neutral B real quick. Um, the Spartan Spear. So let's let's check this out real quick. All right, we're gonna do a fun little exercise here. We're gonna count frames. I don't know how many people have ever done this for the law, but one of the greatest things you can do for judging competitiveness, or if you want to get into hypotheticals and stuff, start counting frames. If you use the comma or the period key, you can go frame by frame in any YouTube video, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So, Spartan Spear. It's Leonidas' standard, projectile. He can bounce back and forth with it and toss a spear. It's like it's okay. But if you just watch this video, it's like fine. He gets a little bit of movement. He's not stuck in place. Let's count how many frames it has. Let's wait for it. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30, and now he starts throwing it. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And as you can see here, now the projectile is separate for him. Now it will actually hit somebody. And we were just about to start approaching 40 frames. He hasn't even tossed the spear yet. Now he could hop during that, but he's still not throwing the spear. And I checked in later videos too. This is very consistent. It takes over 20 frames to just throw this very standard projectile. That is so bad. And that kind of carries over into a lot of Leonidas' design. Uh, So this is like a very good boss fight, I would say. Probably one of my favorite boss fights in Subspace, because it just shows like how good Leonidas is. So let's count his dash attack. I'm pretty sure this is his dash attack. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he hits. He hits here. That's usually what you want. You want to be able to hit fast. But now let's count how many frames, he's going to be stuck like this. We're on 9, so let's go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and now he's out after 41 frames. And what happens? He gets killed for it. God, I love these old Subspace videos. But this is like a problem that's like that. This is like Leonidas is exchanging cool factor for all of his moves, where they have some really cool animation and build up and end lag, but he is so exposed to everything. It is so bad, man. Like, he is basically asking to be hit, you know? And that's like for a character that like has like a lot of like disjoints and like weapon based moves. Like, he already is supposed to be taking advantage of like that extra distance he has, but he's just leaving himself open like all the time, and like that's just terrible. And another one of his moves is like you've probably seen it. It is the side B, the offense shield. He literally throws a projectile and it drops to the ground, and then it does a good bit of knockback. But an opponent can, if it's only like at a higher percent, you could literally, if you just wanted to use this projectile by default, like at the start of a match, you threw it out, your opponent could literally pick it up and then use it themselves against you. That's terrible. And he's just giving up his side B for this. Like, it's a cool move. I like the fact that it's a boomerang. It will only come back, though, if he misses with it. And it's really only good if someone has high percent, which is like, you know, mm. And then his up B is mostly fine, but it's like the down B is one of the very first cases of a stance move in Law. And you've probably heard me talk about this a few times, but stance moves are terrible. Generally, it's like sometimes it's acceptable depending on what character you're making, but you really should avoid giving a character a stance move if you can help it. A stance move is like when you obviously you're taking away a bunch of the character's moveset to give them a benefit, some kind of benefit. And what benefit does Leonidas get from the drinking formation? He crouches down, he gets a shield above him and in front of him. But here's the problem with this, right? He's putting himself into this formation to like shield himself from like, maybe heavy projectile spam or something, and he can like jump around with it and do like a stubby spear and like some knockback. But it's like it doesn't really do that much. Like, your opponent can just react to this. And it says you're immune, but this is you can just grab someone out of this because it's a shield move. That's like the biggest problem with it, and it takes a good bit to like come out of this. Yeah, there's a little bit of time there. It takes more time than to attack. So if you're trying to just protect yourself against projectiles, you're better off just shielding at that point. This doesn't really help him that much. So again, he's trading like a lot of his moves to just leave him more exposed, if anything else. At the end of the day, his only really good moves are his recovery, where he lives a little minion that's kind of weak, but it can serve as a damage sponge, and then his like neutral B, kind of, because it's a projectile, but it's so slow, it's so bad. And I used to think, this kind of sucks that he's like so slow and so bad. I wanted to see more of this character because I think this is a cool character. He deserves more attention. But you know what? After thinking about it a little bit, I think that, obviously it would be nice if he got some updates, but at the end of the day, I think this character is still fantastic. And why is that? Because again, whenever you want to make a Law character, you want to make sure you capture their identity first and foremost. Obviously, a moveset is kind of like your step to getting there. But at the end of the day, you want the character to just be fun and be cool. And Leonidas excels in that. He is putting all of his energy into cool factor and bravado. Like all of his animations have the cool slow mo on it. Even though the frames are terrible, the lag is bad. He is exposing himself, but he doesn't care. He's doing it because he's like just that cool, and that is inherently very accurate to the character. Like when you think about it, what are the Spartans? The Spartans were like super confident. They were proud. They were prideful. They didn't give a damn. They were ready to fight at a moment's notice. They didn't care if they may have been technologically inferior to other people at the time. They were ready to fight. They were ready to go. And that kind of is coalesces into Leonidas perfectly, where he is a very middling, not very proficient or strong character in this Law at all. A lot of his matchups are very negative, but at the end of the day, he is still so, so, so cool. Like, that is like, he has coolness in spades. He is accurate to his source as much as he possibly can be. And I think that's a sign that, he is done remarkably well. Like, I think this is probably, like, as good as you could ever get with Leonidas. He's just perfectly done. So, I think even if he never gets patched again now, I am okay with that. I think, Leonidas is perfect the way he is. Not every character needs to be super hyper balanced and competitively viable and all that jazz. What matters is, do they achieve what they set out to do? Are they good? And Leonidas is bad, but he's also good. Alright, that's all I have to say for now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I just want to talk a little bit about Leonidas. Maybe I might do another one of these videos again in the future. I haven't decided what character I'll pick for that yet, but, we'll see, we'll see. Alright, y'all have a wonderful day now. Bye-bye.